Hello everyone, it's Stray Faye here with another episode of Olympia Soiree. We're getting into, I think, the ending portion of Kuroba's route. We're getting into, like, the final decisions of the route before it diverts us to the good ending. So, yeah, we still got a few chapters to go, though. So what happened last episode? I feel like, yeah, there was a revelation. I feel like it was kind of a useless revelation, though. We learned that Kuroba was the son of the previous leader of the Yellow, but when he was really young, he had to get the cure for Haku, which turned his features black. I feel like this shouldn't affect, like, the relationship between Byakuya and him, because, I mean, right now he's, like, he never lived that life. Like, he's Kuroba, like, doctor of the Kodawari. But I don't know, maybe this will, like, change his viewpoints. Right now, like, he's pretty rattled and has decided to leave Byakuya alone, which I feel like something terrible is gonna happen if she's left alone. Because, like, even though she, like, stood up for Asaha, that was against a man that was, like, already scared of her. Like, what if there's, like, a man who's, like, who isn't gonna take no for an answer? It's like something bad's gonna happen. So now we have this next chapter, a ruthless decision. Let's begin. Ah, it's Masuhana. I was on my way back from checking the letters at the bathhouse. Masuhana was walking along the main street. I don't know what happened to you, Masuhana. Is that person next to her? I noticed a girl around my age walking beside her. Oh, is that the girl from the Yellow? She's, like, in the same situation as Kuroba. But she had to, like, get the cure when she was older. So, like, it was probably a lot tougher for her to, like, separate from her family. She had a scarf wrapped around her hair and wore a cape with the hood pulled over her head. She does not wish for anyone to see her with her black hair. That must be Yuusuge. Maybe it's best that I don't approach them. I decided to pretend not to see them, but for better or for worse, my eyes inadvertently met Masuhana's. Masuhana gave a smile, then spoke quietly into the girl's ear. Good day, Lady Olympia. Good day. As I slowly approached them, the hooded girl bowed deeply. Nice to meet you, Lady Olympia. I am Yuusuge of the Yellow. Ah. Her words reminded me of Kaina. It couldn't be easy to forget something you have been saying since birth. I am Yuusuge of the Black. Oh, her whole identity. Pleased to meet you, Yuusuge. It pained me to see her keep her head down like that. Thank you for delivering my letter. I'm glad I could help. I'm sorry I could not express my thanks sooner. Don't worry about it. I'm just happy to finally meet you. Thank you, and forgive me for presenting myself before you like this. I wasn't sure what to say. What could I say that wouldn't hurt her? Something that would cheer her up. I was the one who asked for the medicine. I was to marry a person from the Jade next month. I even sewed my own wedding dress for the occasion. That just makes me, like, just reminds me of Nagusa. Imagine she was, like, engaged to Nagusa and just, like, tossed her aside as soon as she, like, became of the Black. Aww. She was, like, even, like, looking forward to it, making her own dress, and then, like... And then, when something out of control, like, happened to her, she chose life, and she was just tossed aside for it. That's terrible. I did not want to die. I wanted to live in happiness with my husband-to-be. But he turned his eye away from me when my color traits turned black. The corners of her eye glimmered with tears. Aw, she was like trying to make it like a happy marriage. He wouldn't even like meet her halfway. Warm tears welled up in my own eyes, making it hard to see. Lady Olympia, you have met my parents, I presume. They both have beautiful golden hair like the sun. I was also proud. But now my hair is turned unsightly. Kuroba immediately came to mind. This was what this island was about. She didn't even bear a grudge over it. I did not want to die, but I am no different from the dead here in Yomi. Black. A color of darkness. A color of misfortune. A color that no one loves. Why did Lord Hiroko create such a fearsome and hideous color? If it is so unloved, why was it created in the first place? No one would have to suffer if the color did not exist. The suffering is human created, though. Like being of the black isn't bad in itself. It's actually beneficial because like it protects you from Haku. This color is why Her pitch black hair unfurled from inside her scarf as she sobbed. Her dark, silky hair was remarkably beautiful, like the night sky. Yuusuge, I'm not acquainted with Lord Hiroko, so what I'm going to say is just what I believe. I don't think Lord Hiroko would have made any colors that weren't necessary. I'm sure he created the color black knowing it would be needed on this island. I wonder if Yuusuge knows that Ne is made from blood of those in the black class. I better not bring it up now. It might only bring her pain. I mean, it might be a source of pride, like, hey, my blood is special. It, like, lets people live when, like, otherwise they would die. Not long ago, a person from the yellow committed suicide when his color traits changed to black. Huh? I may not have known him, but I wish he had lived. I don't have the right to deny a person death if that's what they seek to end their suffering. So what I'm about to say may only sound like a selfish opinion. I hope that you meet someone who will love your beautiful hair and bring you happiness, Yuusuge. But there is no one like that. You just need to meet them. Probably down in Yomi, there has to be some good people out there. Like a lot of people in like the primary, secondary classes, they're not marrying for love. They're marrying only for pedigree. But the people in Yomi don't have that restriction, right? Like as long as they stay down here. Don't give up. There are many men on this island who don't agree with the color class system. So please don't let yourself be shackled by color. Shackled? Black is a wonderful color. A person I love is from the black class. Of course, I suppose that makes me biased. Huh? Lady Olympia with a man from the black? But you have the means to choose any man with a more beautiful color. Why? Why be with someone so unsightly? Don't they say that about yourself? To be honest, color classes mean nothing to me. Masahana gave a chuckle. Yusuge's eyes widened. The person I love just happened to be someone from the black class, that's all. Of course, it's a one-sided love, so I'm not sure what will happen. Lady Olympia, is that person? Yes, probably the person you're thinking of, but nothing has really been decided. As much as I wanted to cheer on Yuusuge, given the circumstances, I couldn't exactly say that I would be marrying a man from the black. You know, like, he keeps driving the wedge. I'm sorry if my opinion is unwanted, but Please don't give up. Lady Olympia, and a person from the black. May never be, in fact, but I couldn't say that to her. If that's true, I shall pray that you find happiness with them, Lady Olympia. Yuusuge. I am certain it'll take time for me to fully embrace my color. My hair still frightens me, and I feel it is hideous. I still cannot believe it's mine. She slowly tucked her hair back into her scarf. But I do know that I should not think about death. Yes, don't end your life. I gently held Yuusuge's hand. Yuusuge, why don't we have some tea with Lady Olympia at the bathhouse sometime? Let's! There are plenty of unique dishes and sweets that can't be found on the surface. I should continue my deliveries for now, so I'll see you later. Thank you, and see you again. No, I want to see Yuusuge with her beautiful black hair. I'm glad my deliveries went well today. I had gone to the fuchsia and orange districts. Both seemed quite happy to receive their letters. I'm sure Yuusuge will be just fine. Oh no. No. Already enough with Nagusa, now you. Hello there, Olympia. Ah! Although he was not openly doing anything wrong, I felt that I couldn't let my guard down around him. You got that right. I heard an interesting rumor, so I came to see whether it was true. Well, what is it? That you and Kuroba parted ways. Okay, you heard that part. I mean, you didn't hear the part where we were going out, but... Yes. Well, nothing to you, because I'm not picking your wingman here. Is this only a rumor, or... I mean, it might be better to say. I don't know. I don't know what the right decision is, because he's gonna write a paper about it. But, like, we don't want Kuroba in the line of fire, but we also want to choose him. I have a request to make of you, Mr. Editor. And that is... Can you write an article that Kuroba and I will be getting married shortly? Oh, okay. He's just pushing it. Alright, hopefully nothing bad happens to either of them. Cause yeah, they're gonna get... Their eyeballs are gonna get on them. And unsavory people will probably go after them. Mainly Canon and Nagusa. You're asking for a big favor from an enemy here, Byakuya. But you said the other day that you were only friends. He has the nerve to question me when he wrote all those lies about me and Nagusa. Fine, then write this. Olympia of the White is in love with Kuroba of the Black. Canon suddenly closed in on me. No, stay away from me. How much is that worth to you? Huh? There's a price to pay for getting what you want in this world. Never mind then. If you'll excuse me. I stood up from the bench and left without looking back. Not good. Oh no, okay, she's at the cottage. I don't like it if she's at the cottage though. Because Nagusa knows about the cottage now. It's like, it's not a safe place anymore. It's been compromised. Alright, well anyway. After all that time I spent thinking, it's already sunset. I ran away to my hideout in order to avoid seeing anyone I knew. But looking at the ocean like this wasn't going to change anything. Well, there goes my idea of using the newspaper. How about taking my place? I'll pitch in for the wedding ceremony. You're just tossing me to another man. That came out of nowhere. I wasn't like him at all. I suddenly realized that I knew him a lot more than I thought. He's acting really odd. After all that, like, whirlwind romantic dates we had, and then all of a sudden he's just like, nope, He didn't tell me anything about being a yellow. I mean, I feel like he didn't know. That was a surprise to him. Like, he lived all his life. Like, all his memories are just being of the black class. I didn't want to blame him for it. Since he was registered under the black class now, I could understand why he didn't want to talk about it. Doma didn't confirm it directly, but I wonder if Kuroba is really Lord Hagane's son. If only I could talk to him again. And speak to him face to face. If I went to his laboratory now, he'd likely just kick me out. But I should at least... Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 don't open the door. Huh? It's not gonna be Kuroba. Kuroba doesn't know. We never took him here. I haven't told anyone about this place. Ah! I remembered that I did actually tell Kuroba last time we were at the beach. Yeah, but you didn't, like, lead him here. Could it be? Don't open the door! Who is it? Man. It's either Nagusa or Cannon. I don't know if Cannon would, like, do the dirty work himself. Lady Olympia, I presume? I live nearby and wish to discuss something with you. Unless it's just random man that they sent to kidnap her. I don't recognize that voice. I wonder what it's about. Slightly disappointed, I quietly headed towards the door. No, we're still on track for the happy end, I think. Right? I didn't make, like, a wrong decision somewhere. As I carefully unlocked it. Ah! Someone forcefully opened the door and I was knocked back onto the floor. I knew it! I knew it! Why would you come here while I was alone? He only has bad intentions. Please forgive me, Olympia. You! The man you just heard was my Chamberlain. You should be careful who you open the door for. Yeah. You're the danger. Get out of here. I desire your hand in marriage, so I have come for you. How dare you do such a thing? There's no way I'd marry someone who behaves like this. Get out of here before you make me really angry. There's something I want you to see. Nagusa showed me a single piece of paper. I couldn't immediately tell what was with all the words written on it. This is a criminal report that goes into detail about how Kuroba forced himself onto you, Olympia of the White. Like what you're doing right now. Gonna try to get him executed. But if you promise me that you'll be mine, I will dispose of this. How about we just, like, I don't know, let's get a cause in on this. I mean, Kuroba is... It is the deputy director of the Kodawari. And we have, like, Olympia's testimony herself saying that wasn't the case. My body began to shake in anger. I know, the audacity here. Has he gone mad? If this is submitted to the military, I can assure you he will be captured and executed. Of course, the cause of the Kodawari will do everything he can to defend his friend. But do you think anyone in Shanatan would actually side with someone from the black? Jigen of the red, Shura of the blue, Doma of the yellow. I mean, I know Jigen would see truth. I mean, Doma is mean, but he wants to abolish his executions, but I guess we don't know that here. I mean, Shura is kind of like an unknown. She's very much up for maintaining the color class system, it seems. Their faces all came to mind. Do you think Lord Doma would side with the man who was exiled from the yellow? In contrast, the jade is closely associated with the yellow. Lord Doma would side with me, no doubt. Of those three, it was likely that only Lord Jigen would support Kuroba. Knowing how Elder Sister Shura felt about the subjugation of women, she would denounce him just to send a message to the other men. Most people, especially the primary classes, hate the black class. Considering his standing, It was likely Domo would not side with him. Why you? I grabbed the paper from him and tore it apart. Leave! Leave at once! Do you think ripping apart a piece of paper is going to change anything? I was there when you helped that person in the carriage accident. I thought you were a good man. That is as much as me as anything else, Olympia. I'm not deceiving the people at all. I love this island, which is why I wish to liberate everyone from the rule of the color class system. But you're abusing it to put the lower classes down. Huh? Like, this is a hypocrite here. In order to do so, I must strip the power from the 3 elders who ruled in place of Lord Hiroko. But as you can see, I was born into the Jade. Do you know what this means? Jade is a secondary class, so he's of good standing, but he isn't satisfied with that. He wants to be on top. Which doesn't really mean he's abolishing the color class system, he's just turning it around, so he's on top. Those of the primaries will forever stand in my way, preventing me from absolute rule. Yeah, you're not abolishing the system though, you're just changing who's in charge. No matter how hard I try, or how dutiful I serve them, I shall forever be secondary. My existence would sooner be forgotten than surpass the primary colors, red, blue, and yellow. That is how strong the primary colors are. All other colors are meaningless by comparison. Unless I defeat the primary classes, I will never be able to attain my goal. I see. He's also... I was still angry at him. But I felt sorry for him too. That's very generous considering he's trying to kill your lover. He too was shackled and governed by the colors of this island. I guess we could argue that, like, yeah, the island did create this monster. Which is why I need you, Olympia. I can't do anything. The people revere you as the goddess of the white. Lord Hiroko gave no notable power to the people of the Jade. However, if I have you by my side, I should rise to a position no different from those 3. You are free to envision a future all you like, but can you please leave me out of it? That I cannot do. For example, if you are unable to go on stage, I am certain Lord Domo will be forced into a predicament. I don't mean to threaten you, but the Kotowari and the military are charged with protecting me. Yeah, but they don't know you're here. They'll punish anyone who threatens to harm me. Which is why I'm honoring your will. Then leave now. Not taking no for an answer, is he? Since you destroyed the document from earlier, I'll need to devise another method. Let me see. Perhaps I can have it published in the newspaper. So you're just gonna spread more lies until they become truth. What? Olympia, have you heard the word tamasogi before? Tamasogi, an execution method where batsu is used on a living person. It is the cruelest form of punishment on the island. Those who are killed via this method are said to experience excruciating pain. Oh boy, we sure do love our cruelty here. No. It is the cruelest means of execution. A person's color is extracted using batsu. Oh, ugh. Domo, ugh. Wait. Byakuya knows how to use batsu, right? Or is it only... can she not control it? I'm gonna say, like... like, girl... You need to disintegrate this man. You just need to Thanos snap him. Like, get him out of here. Because he's about to do something. Like, he's not taking no for an answer, and he has you alone. The site of the execution is a miserable place, filled with the screams of agony and despair. A means of removing a living person's soul while they are still alive. The pain, the suffering, I can only imagine how it must feel. but I assume it is beyond what any mortal can bear. Yeah, this is a cruel thing to do for someone whose only crime is loving someone. Like, you didn't do anything. Are you willing to allow that to happen to Kuroba? Not only my mind, but my heart and soul felt a gaping emptiness. My frustration and anger were so overwhelming that I was at a loss for words. On this island, the souls of the black class are worthless. No. I mean, I don't know about the souls, but I know the blood is used to cure Haku. Losing a few of them will change nothing. In that sense, I'm glad that man was the one whom you developed an interest. After all, if it had been a cause of the red, I would have had no choice but to withdraw. And in the case with Tokisadu, he's on equal footing, but then he tried to manipulate him. That said, I do pity you, Kuroba. You could have easily dismissed me if you were still of your original color. I understand this is just how it is on the island, but it seems how I feel means nothing to him. You love that man, don't you? If so, become my wife. Nagusa reached out to touch my hair. Stop! Give up already. Your fate will not change unless I am killed. Don't give me ideas here. I felt a shiver run down my spine. Batsu. Little does he know that I have that power and I can use it on him at any time. He may be the one ending up screaming in agony. I mean, you could do it. I mean, it's not... You're not gonna get in trouble for it, because obviously, he's coming on to you. He isolated you. And, he's putting in danger the last lady of the white. Do it. That's right. I can save Kuroba if I use Batsu to make him disappear. I guess she doesn't want that sin, though, of killing someone in the most excruciating way possible. I felt an eerie amount of heat building up inside me as I focused on the palm of my hand. I may be able to get rid of him. I calmly took a breath to try to quell the urge. I promised myself I would never use my power again. You might need to. I made that promise after I destroyed Doma's hand years ago. But Nagusa's continued existence would only bring misery to me and Kuroba. That's right. I am sure whether it is true, but I hear the women of Tenyo Island can use Batsu, and yet here you are. Knowing how kind you are, I doubt you would resort to such cruel means, but you're putting ideas in my head. If something does happen to me, I am certain my dear friend will send a copy of my earlier report to the military on my behalf. But yeah, you'll be dead. No, don't put ideas. We can just go after Canon next. The sudden disappointment drained my strength. Oh, you're just gonna give up? You're like, oh, it's useless? I glanced towards the window, then the door, trying to think of some way out of this. These Chamberlains should be outside, which means that I'll be caught the moment I try to run. Even if I do get to the Kodawari, how can I stop the press from printing those allegations? It's no use. I want to save Kuroba, but I can't think of any way to do it. He would be falsely accused and executed. That's just how the black class is treated. What a horrible, despicable system. Anger and sorrow burned deep in my eyes. But I couldn't allow Nagusa to see my tears. I clenched my fist to hold back my emotions. Olympia. It is time to protect the person you love. What's going on? No. No. No, we're that's not supposed to. Oh no. This is not. No, this is not supposed. This is still the good ending, is it? This is not the bad ending, is it? I didn't see the chapter. The chapter didn't change over to the bad ending. So beautiful. The goddess of the white, feared and revered by her people, will finally be mine. What in the world am I doing? It's so stupid to lose my purity to protect someone who rejected me. He's like, come on girl, use Batsu! But I couldn't expose Kuroba to such pain. At first I had doubts about the white bloodline. I thought someone had mistakenly seen a person who lost their color to Haku. Aw, even he sees her as like ugly without color. But your skin is so white, soft, and supple. Nagusa's cold fingers touched my waist. My body recoiled with disgust. I'm glad I was able to save you before you were painted in that hideous black color. What about this is saving me? Long ago, a shapeless god separated spirit crystal into two, to create a man and a woman. Since then, humans have been born without half of their soul, and are fated to search for the one who would complete them. Do you not think this is the wisdom of Lord Hiriko, that we should reunite as one color? Mix all the colors, then you just kind of get like a black or brown, like if you think of it that way. What? After all, what once was broken into two must have been of the same color. The same color? I wanted to cry. I never thought about it that way before. Listen carefully and promise me. Promise me that you'll find your true love and live as happily as your mother has. I just know the other half of your soul is out there, somewhere in this world. But you are the only white remaining. So I shall become your other half. Nagusa's hand slowly crept up my thigh. Ugh. I love you, Olympia. My beautiful doll that speaks to no one, sees no one, and dispels the darkness. He doesn't love her. Just loves the idea of Olympia. But tonight, I want to hear your voice call out underneath me. I cannot wait to hear the sweet sounds that'll escape your lips. His cold fingers made their way underneath my clothes. No, why is this continuing? How dare he? I can't believe I'm letting the likes of him touch me. I want to die already. But that would mean the white blood would perish. I can't commit suicide, no matter what. I have a splendid idea. Let us invite Kuroba to our wedding, with a seat in the front row. You're just making her angry. I must show him that you are now the white of Nagusa of the Jade. Kuroba. I held my tongue from saying his name aloud. My search for a soulmate ended in disaster. I bit my lip. I wouldn't let him hear my voice. I would just go back to being a silent doll. All I needed to do was bear this moment of agony. Is Nagusa gonna leave some kind of mark on my body? Maybe I can use that as proof to show that he forced himself upon me. I'm not letting him get away with this. I'm not letting anyone who dares to ridicule Kuroba and defile me. I bit my lip so hard I could taste blood on the inside of my mouth. Olympia, there's nothing to fear. I have no intention of hurting you. You have all the intentions of hurting me. In fact, I'm gonna savor you. The taste of the woman of the white who men long for. Lady Amaterasu, I'll preserve the white, even if my body is defiled. I'll do what I can for Kuroba. You are mine now. God, Lord Hiroko has sided with me, Nagusa of the Jade. I'm going to become the greatest on Tengu Island. He tried to kiss me when... Do we bite him? We bit him. We're like, no. We're just like, can't do this. Ah! A warm blood dripped out of Nagusa's mouth and spilled onto my cheek and neck. Wait, that much? What? Ugh! What? His hand! Can't really see it here. Oh, white scales are spreading across Nagusa's hand. Did we do Batsu? She didn't really do anything. Someone healthy could develop hemoptosis along with a white mold on the skin. Or hemoptosis. Nagusa, your hand! Uh-oh. Is it got Haku? Just in the nick of time? Huh? What? Is this... no! Haku! This can't be! No! I can't be! So, wouldn't that be ironic if he had to take the Tokijuku Tenen and had to turn black? He quickly wiped the blood from his mouth and ran to the door. Uh-oh, are we infected? He was infected, right? Is this what this is implying? Because we didn't use Batsu. I heard a horse carriage speed away. Was that Haku? You know, maybe he actually contracted it in, like, the other route, but, like, I remember, like, one of the bad endings, like, Tokisada just, like, sliced his arm off. Like, maybe that inadvertently saved him from Haku. I carefully looked down at my body. His blood was all over me. Did he infect me too? It was then that I realized. Is my hair color jade? It isn't. I mean, you don't love him. I looked in the mirror and saw my usual reflection. I slowly touched my hair and checked again. It's white. Yeah, it only changes color for, like, someone you love. When you and your soulmate find each other and fall in love, you will. Kuroba. It looks like Nagusa wasn't my soulmate after all. You sure took it far, though, to make that realization. Jeez, girl. If you got, like, lucky that he ran off. The lights are on in the laboratory. I never expected to come to him for this. Oh, sorry, gotta blow my nose. Is that you, Olympia? Yes. The Kodawari's closed for the day. Can you check to see if I have Haku? What? Good evening, Dr. Kuroba. That caught him up. Good evening. Can you please let me inside? I don't want to remove my clothes here. What's this about Haku? Did you see any signs of it? Nothing I can tell, but I was near someone who I think developed symptoms of Haku. Another case already? What's going on tonight? He opened the door with suspicion. Hi, Sakyo. Sorry to bother you, Kuroba. We have an emergency. Nagusa of the Jade has come with symptoms of Haku. I'm gonna put two and two together. Kuroba looked at me for a moment. His eyes were filled with doubt. We need the new medicine quickly. The older treatment is not working for him. I can't help you. I haven't completed the new medicine yet. It's like, did he just complete it? He's like, no, I don't have it. Sorry. Nagusa can take the other one. You still have not gotten her blood sample. Kuroba, fulfill your role as a doctor. You have the ability to develop a cure for Haku. I don't want to give up my blood for Nagusa. You're overestimating me. I can't. Like, why should he? Like, really, like, why save the people of the primary and secondary color classes who, like, so easily want to dispose of him? This is no time for modesty. If you can provide a new cure now, your standing on this island will rise. I'm not interested in standings. Then consider it an order from the head of the hospital. Obtain her blood sample now and develop a cure quickly. I mean, you can't really order Olympia to give up her blood. Toma might have some words. Kuroba held his breath and quickly looked away from me. Don't get me wrong, Kuroba. I wish to respect both of your rights. I'm not asking you to dissect her. Is it a sin for me to ask for your cooperation in saving the people of this island? After just what happened, we might just want to plunge everything into hell. But I came here because I believe in you. But if you refuse, I'll use my authority to force her to come with me to the hospital. Are you fine with that? Your authority? I mean, that's why we're protected by the yellow, right? You can't force us to do anything. Okay, fine. We got a choice here. Alright, so it does say to create a save file here. So if I make the wrong choice, it'll divert me to a bad ending. I'll just save over the previous files down here. Back when I was doing Tokusada's route. Let's overwrite that one. That will be my save file 1. Oh yeah, I guess going to the hospital is the bad ending. Alright, I want to be checked here. Is the correct choice. Sir, you mentioned earlier that you would honor our rights. If so, I wish to be checked here where I'm comfortable and not at the hospital. You heard her, Kuroba. I'm counting on you. An eternity seemed to pass after the door closed. I looked at the clock and saw that it only had been a minute. Were you with Nagusa? Yes, blood dripped from his mouth onto me. I came here because I was worried that I may have contracted Haku from him. Dripped on you? So you were in the middle of having intercourse then? Not consensually. Kuroba's cold stare brought a sharp pain to my heart. But it was the retribution I deserved. You don't deserve that. No matter the reason. I allowed someone I didn't love to try to have their way with me. Is that any of your concern? You don't seem to show any signs of mold, but it could be hidden under your clothes. Can you take your clothes off? I untied the ribbon holding my blouse as it fell off me. Oh, okay. Hello. Hey, I'm a patient here. Okay. He's mad. He wasn't acting like it before. You seriously slept with him? Stop. You're hurting me. You left me for the wolves, dude. Pain surged from my wrist through my body. Right above my wrist were his black and gold eyes. I'm asking you, did you sleep with him? I did. You didn't go all the way though, did you? I see. But that's a rather sudden change of heart. Or were you playing with me from the very beginning? His voice was sweet, yet terribly sad. You love that man, don't you? If so, become my wife. I wanted to save Kuroba. That was the only way I could save him. I had another man touch me. If Nagusa-sama makes it through... Olympia, have you heard the word Tamasogi before? You only realized it now? Don't lie! You're not the type to do such a thing. Did he force himself on you? Can you stop questioning me? All of it was my intention. I see. Oh, okay. Angry sex? He kissed me and ran his fingers over my skin, giving me no time to speak. Do we still have, like, Nagusa's blood on us? Like, shouldn't we, like, finish this checkup? If he coughed up blood, that means he didn't get to go all the way. I'll finish the job for him. Don't say it like that. No, stop. I need to make sure you're not showing any symptoms. I need to see every inch of you. Okay. Well, is probing my mouth with your tongue also a medical procedure? He wedged his knee between my legs. Let go. The memory of when we touched at the beach was preventing me from pushing him away. How did he touch you? I suspect I can do much better. So I can do what I want with your body. Until you can't move. Oh my, okay. We're having the Engi sex. No! Despite his cruel words, his tongue and fingers caressed me. Heat rose up from the depths of my body, melting me from the inside out. Why fight it? I know you want me to satisfy you. No! Let me go! I don't know how to feel about this. He's kind of forcing himself on her. I mean, she likes him. But, like, he was very mean. Like, just, like, trying to separate himself, driving a wedge, leaving Byakuya to the wolves, like, tossing her to another man. Like, he was emotionally very cruel. And now this? Okay. Is he gonna take responsibility now, though? He's not gonna run away again, is he? I mustered what strength I had left to resist him, but he only held my wrist even tighter. I guess if she doesn't want it, she could use Batsu. I should have just taken you for myself if I knew this was gonna happen. I should have made you mine if he was gonna touch you like this first. By nature, I wanted to live rather than hope for death. But at this moment, I felt like I could die. I'm so sorry. I lied to you. He forced me down on the bed, but then... he was suddenly struck by Haku. Yeah, we didn't go all the way. He just... there were body fluids involved, it was just blood. So can we continue this checkup? Like, we need to, like, get the blood off, at least. That's all that happened. I swear. Why didn't you run? Why didn't you fight him? I looked away from him. Was it because of me? I couldn't hold back my emotions, hearing his voice like that. He said he would accuse you of a crime to the military, so you would be executed. I wanted to save you, so I... That's so. I know it was stupid. I can't believe you. Byakuya. I instinctively tried to move back, but he took me into his arms and kissed me with a passion. Somehow, I didn't want to resist him anymore. His soft tongue, his fingertips tracing my skin were almost too much to bear. I wouldn't be able to escape him now. Oh, turn black. He's gonna, I hope he doesn't freak out. It's like, oh no! It's like I dyed you black. Kuroba! Please don't ever do that ever again. Not for me. Don't ever harm yourself again for me. But His black and gold eyes were irresistible, and I reached my hand out to him when... Uh-oh. He's like, what the? No! Don't be scared. Don't be like Toki-sana and run away. He suddenly let go of me in fear. What is it? Your hair. I slowly returned to reality and looked down at the hair that lay across my shoulders. What the? So it's true. My color can stain you. It's not permanent though. It'll go back. It's just a symbol of love. There have been no cases of black pigment physically transferring onto another person. But there are no medical records of the white at the hospital. So we can't dismiss the possibility. You don't know the secret. You don't know the secret of the girls of the white. At the very least, Ne is the result of black blood. Remember at the beach? What we saw wasn't an illusion at all. I guess this just proves that I shouldn't touch you. What should I do? Tell him mother's words. If this is what my mother was referring to. I'm sorry. I tainted your hair. Kuroba? I rubbed my hair as I tried to change the mood. I don't think this is something that's as scary as you make it sound. Huh? Kuroba raised his brow and suddenly... Yellow Chamberlain. I'm sorry to come at such an hour. Is Lord Kuroba here? That voice. Is that Doma's Chamberlain? What now? I got up from the examination table in a hurry. We haven't finished the examination, wait. Yes, I'm here. Who is it? Greetings, I am a servant of Lord Doma's. I'm sorry to trouble you at this time, but there is a matter of great urgency to discuss. Doma? He's not sick, is he? What? He asked for Lady Olympia's presence as well. How does he know I'm here? Kuroba and I looked at each other. That didn't sound good at all. Is he having us watch and did he do nothing when Nagusa was at the beach house? Do you know what he wants to discuss? Unfortunately, I do not. Understood. Let's get going. We boarded the carriage waiting outside. While I was still unsure of what to say, Kuroba suddenly grabbed my shoulder. Hey, your hair. It's white again. Now it's back to normal. So it's true. What in the world is happening? Is all this some kind of nightmare? You're not tainting hair. Calm down. It's difficult for me to explain here, so can we talk about it another time? Trust me, it's not your fault. Got it. It's not his fault, but he had something to do with it. Whoa, this room is... Huh? Is there something wrong? Look at all these books. They're so rare, it's unthinkable that one individual would have an entire library of them. Probably should have belonged to you, if you're a Lord Hagane's son. Really? Seeing him look around like a child in wonderment was so cute, but suddenly... Hello, Doma!
Kuroba of the Black. I'm sorry to call for you so late at night.
Did Nagusa do something? If this is about Kuroba, it's not someone with Haku, is it? Hang on, I gotta blow my nose again. Whew, oh boy. I can smell colors. Alright. Alright, what is it? Please, excuse me.
I have always wanted to speak with you. Do not be uneasy.
Thank you very much for your kind words. Your library is truly incredible.
Ignorance is weakness. You understand this, don't you? From Nintoku University to the Kodawari Library, every book known on this island has been copied and preserved here.
In this book room. That would be like kind of a tiny library, but...
I wish to learn everything about this world.
I agree.
You must have heard about what happened to that idiot son of the Jade.
I received a report about it. He's referring to Nagusa, but why? Anxiety came over me, as I was still unable to tell why we were called here so late at night. Wait. Is Nagusa already working with Doma to have Kuroba executed? The mere thought made my body go stiff. I should have known being called like this was odd. Yeah, why would you bring... I don't know. It would just feel cruel to bring Byakuya into this just to say that he was being executed. If Doma had any reason to question him, he would have summoned him to Shanaton.
Kuroba, come closer.
Okay. Kuroba hesitantly walked towards him. What's gonna happen to Kuroba? Lady Amaterasu, please protect Kuroba.
I see. I thought all your color traits were lost to the black. But I see your eyes still bear a trace of yellow.
Oh, was he thinking, like, having Kuroba take over? I mean, like, look, like Doma has black hair as well. Like, what's so different about him and Kuroba?
The light brings out the gold in your eyes. Quite beautiful. A true sign of the yellow.
What are you saying?
I visited the previous leader, Lord Hagane, when his youngest child was born. The infant sleeping in his cradle had a small mole under his right eye. Do you want her?
Kuroba and I looked at each other.
I personally do not care for Nagusa. It seems many of these youths are in the habit of devising schemes. I assume they wish to obtain her to remove me from power, with their sights on ruling this island. Quite brazen, if not foolhardy, for the Jade to attempt war with the Yellow. Kuroba, if you wish, I will return you to the Yellow.
Then you'll have the power to oppose Nagusa.
You can marry her and take my position.
Okay, Doma's being very generous. Like, he seems very mean, but then he does stuff like this. Like, willingly, like, gives up power or tries to help people of the lower classes, but words it in, like, the worst way possible. We stared at each other at a loss for words. We both seemed to think the same thing, that this was some kind of trap. Doma, are you feeling alright? Or are you trying to trick us?
You cannot find a cure in time.
Lord Doma, what are you saying?
You did what you could, but you could not develop a cure in time.
He's just saying, leave Nagusa to his fate.
Nagusa falls to Haku and disappears without his hideous soul ever reaching the heavens. It seems that the current medicine is ineffective. I would assume he will refuse to take Ne. Those at the hospital are working tirelessly to save him, if he does recover.
Doma gave me a meaningful look.
Before he has a chance, why not secretly administer to him Yomi's Shinimizu?
Wow, okay, Doma. Does he know what happened to Byakuya? Is he like, alright, I wanna, like, he just wants to kill Nagusa now. He's like, oopsie, it was an accident. He had Haraku. How could this happen? It was a terrible tragedy. Oopsie. What?
It may accelerate the Haku eating away at him. You will perish miserably before your eyes. An interesting thought. With that, there'll be no one left to harm you.
My legs are shaking. He's scary. Was he really supposed to be human? He seemed closer to the destructive demons I had read about in books. What is he saying? What is his intention? What does he want with Kuroba and me? I think he just wants you to be happy somehow. I like to think, like, yeah, Doma is actually looking out for Byakuya.
Is that not what you desire, Kuroba of the Black? God is on your side now. It would be sacrilege to allow this opportunity to pass. I'm sure your late father would be happy to see you become the leader of the Yellow.
The father who immediately discarded me when my color traits turned black? I hate to say it, but I don't see him as a father at all. In fact, I detest the blood I share with him.
Indeed. Then forget about your foolish father.
He can't be trusted.
I simply wish to unburden myself of this. Jigen and I have overstayed our welcome. At present, the righteous youth are maturing. Akaza will no doubt become the next leader of the Red. Enrico will lead the Blue. So one of the Yellow.
He has no heir. Kuroba took a step back, then looked away.
You.
I looked away too.
Do you not wish to protect the future of Tengu Island with your friends? As Kuroba of the Yellow.
Kuroba? The next leader of the Yellow? I want to protect this island and bring change to it.
Violence should not be tolerated under any circumstances.
You would lead the island with Akaza and Riku. You shall find your soulmate, and together you will help me. Everyone can help bring change to the island, just as Lord Jigen said. A future like that would be a dream, but the reason that it sounded like a nightmare was it because Doma was saying it? Yeah, he has a way with words.
Yellow is particularly important among the primary colors. As you know, only the Yellow can speak to Lord Hirako at Kakurinomiya. As leader of the Yellow, you'll rule supreme over Tengu Island and gain her as a reward.
I'm not some kind of trophy. He's giving you to the man you love, though. Swearing at Doma in my mind, I looked over at Kuroba. Tempting offers here. But if that happens, we can be married without any problems. Without anyone getting our way. Or getting in our way. I think that's how that should say it. Of all the people, I never expected Lord Doma of the Yellow to ever say all that. Do you really believe that a man with black traits can become leader of the Yellow?
Yes, because I say so.
Doma's eyes narrowed.
As you know, I am an outsider. I was not born on Tengu Island. I consider the color class system a trivial matter.
Huh?
Each person has their role. Your original role is to become the leader of the Yellow and lead the people of this island. Or is your role one where you are slandered and ridiculed by Nagusa as he takes her away? The answer is clear. Unless she is not worth much to you after all. She is not worth enough to kill a single person. I doubt there's anyone on this island foolish enough to take you in.
Wait a minute.
Kuroba, are you a coward? A man unwilling to dirty his hands for the person he loves?
It's a trap! The words came loudly from my mouth. There's no way he would want me to be happy. This has to be some kind of trap. Don't let him fool you, Kuroba.
Suspicious of me, are you?
Can you blame me? I do live here, you know.
That is all I have to say. I would tell you to think about it, but there is no time to spare. Kuroba, I am counting on you.
I wasn't sure what to say, even after Doma left. I didn't expect him to say all that. Kuroba's head was lowered in thought. It was only natural. The choice he had been given was a burden most people wouldn't be able to handle. Kuroba. I carefully chose my words. Don't believe what Doma said. For some reason, he smiled at me. Kuroba of the Yellow. Now that's new. Especially you have the word Kuro in your name. Like just means black. Don't believe him. If I can't come up with a new cure in time, he'll disappear. Huh? If Nagusa is saved, that means you'll end up marrying him, won't you? That's a conflict as a doctor here. He's like, I think I'll just wait to make this cure. Well, I mean, Nagusa has another choice. He can take the other medicine. He threatened you. He forced himself on you and tried to defile you. His loud voice resounded through the silent room. You would marry that kind of guy? He glared at me. The golden color in his eyes appeared to shimmer faintly in the light. If I said yes, what would you do about it? My attempts at a cure have failed before. Why wouldn't it fail again this time? Yeah, just be a day late, alright? You can still make it after Nagusa. Kuroba! It won't be my fault, even if I did fail. It'd be fine. Let me ask you. Do you seriously want to save Nagusa, who put you through all that? Kuroba? I'm asking if you want him to have his way with you. That's what it means to save him. But... I got a moral dilemma here. Okay, gotta make a second save file. I guess this also leads to a bad ending. We will save over here. This will be our save file too. Alright, the correct answer is I want to save him. We gotta keep our morals here. I want to save him. There you go again. You do realize you're shaken, right? But we can't just let him die. I'll never forgive him for what he's done, but death is... There are many cases where medicine doesn't work. Stop it! Let me think for a while. No need to see me off. Oh, Kuroba, don't be mad. I mean, she just doesn't want to stoop to their level. Like, she still has her moral compass here.
Those at the hospital are working tirelessly to save him, if he does recover.
I would become the wife of Nagusa of the Jade. For me to escape that fate, he would need to die. Daifuku!
Ime, what has happened?
Daifuku came running up to me, seeing that I returned to the room with tears in my eyes. This is the first time in my life I've ever thought about having someone killed.
Huh?
Lord Jigen said before that behind happiness was misfortune. Yeah, it's like your happiness makes someone else unhappy. I mean, Nagusa could just like not do what he's doing, but well, here we are. I actually thought about someone's death for the sake of my own happiness.
What happened?
Just assuming if he disappears from this world, we can be happy and... happy. Would I really be happy? Like, you feel like blood would be on your hands at that point. Nagusa will pursue me again if he's cured. But if Nagusa is gone, Kuroba can return to the Yellow and I can take him as my husband without any worries. I mean, there's a third option, right? Kuroba can return to the Yellow, we can save Nagusa, and then, like, we can put Nagusa in his place. No, there's no way Doma said all that to help us. Maybe he's trying to trap me and Kuroba. We're like too suspicious of him.
Please don't cry.
I gently took Daifuku into my hands, seeing him look up at me with worried eyes. Oh. The warmth from his tiny round body was melting my tension away. My emotions were getting the better of me. I slowly took in a deep breath. Thank you, Daifuku. You saved me.
Huh? What did I do?
I should have stayed more calm back there. I needed to steer myself deftly so I wouldn't sink under the raging waves. I needed to think. I needed to find a way to ensure that I wouldn't lose him. Alright. Ikimizu. Is that different that's different than Shinimizu. Alright, a lot happened. A lot happened this chapter. Holy cannoli. Like a back and forth here. The terror of like Nagusa, jeez. And then a little romantic moment with Kuroba. And then we're scheming. I mean, Nagusa has put up like I think we should just be like down with Nagusa, but of course Byakuya is gonna be like, we need to save everyone. I mean, if she's like willing to bend her moral compass that way to kill Nagusa, then like that just gives leeway to like kill other people. So like, but she wants to save everyone. All right, well, we'll end things off here. Take a little break. But yeah, from this point onwards, how many chapters do we have left? Like, I think 3, 4, if we count the happy ending. After this, there's no other choices, so I think it's like diverted to the good ending at this point. I got worried for a second. I'm like, wait, what is Nagusa doing? Oh my god. I hate when like good endings have like something terrible happening like in between, and you're just like, I picked the right choices, right? Like doubting yourself. Alright, so anywho, yeah, I hope you guys are having a fun and relaxing time, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.